This is my first unboxing video that I've ever done. Very excited for this one. Today I'm going to be opening up my first Sabertrio lightsaber. I bought another lightsaber in the past, and it was a very cheaper model. It was no sound effects or anything inside of it, but this is the first time I've actually bit the bullet and gone for a full CFX lightsaber from Sabertrio. Been looking at Sabertrio for a long time, been a huge fan of their work, looked awesome, and so when the May 4th RTS event rolled around, I decided it was time and I was finally gonna get in there and try to get my hands on a saber. So that said, I bought the Aurodium, the Satin Aurodium, I think is what they called it, or the Aurodium Sheen version. So they originally on the store, I think it was called Aurodium Sheen, which was the black and gold version of the Sabertrio Senza, but they changed it at some point in the store afterwards. On the website it changed, but basically it's the Satin Aurodium now is what they're calling it, and it's the black and gold version of the Senza, which I'm super hyped about. I think they manufactured a select few number of these, so it is pretty unique. Love the coloration, very, very big on the black and gold, go Purdue. That's where I went to school, so can't wait to have a lightsaber that kind of reflects that. But anyway, so going to jump right into this unboxing. This is what the box looks like. It literally came a couple hours ago. It comes, so I got the 32-inch blade, so I'm assuming these boxes are kind of measured for like to fit the blade that you get. Actually, let me do that. I want to make this very comprehensive. Let me go and get my tape measure and I'll be right back. Okay, I got my tape measure here. I'm just gonna measure quickly the dimensions of the box. Looks like, so I don't know if you can see, but the box itself, it comes down to like 38, basically 39 inches from like end to end. So I guess that's the box dimensions they choose because they can fit the 38-inch blades, but I got a 32-inch blade for reasons that I'll explain later on. So that's the dimensions of the box. I'm gonna try to be pretty specific and kind of go in depth on this unboxing, because when I was doing research and looking up lightsabers and lightsaber hilts and blades and all this stuff and trying to get into this world, I was looking at all these videos online about what that looked like and how to figure out what the best purchase would be for me, and try to figure out what my preferences were. And so I'm trying to be as helpful to you guys in case you're looking to get a lightsaber anytime soon, or you're looking at Sabertrio or any of the other awesome companies out there who make lightsabers. Hopefully this can help you make the decisions for yourself and be well informed. So let's go ahead and start opening this up. I'm going to try to, I guess, move my camera down. All right. Out of the way. Okay, and I can already feel, in terms of weighting wise, if I put my hand in the center here, it kind of goes more towards that side. You can kind of see. That's because I can feel that the hilt is in this side of the box. So just a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of added. And my phone just fell off its stand because I'm using a pretty small stand here. And I have it like positioned on the table on like a box. So it's not the greatest, it's a little jank, but I'm trying to straighten this out. Sweet, like right to the edge of the table. That's great, okay. Stick around that side cut, and this one's cut as well. I didn't cut fully for this part. There we go, there we go, okay. Okay. There we are, all the different parts. Okay, so let's quickly go through what we've got in here. Comes with a little card that they give you. Here it says that. It says like, thank you for your order. We got a charging cable, as well as some Allen wrenches, so we're tightening the blade. Charger. It comes with the 2 emitter shrouds that go on the side. So again, some of you who are watching this probably already know but the Senza is modeled after Cal Kestis's lightsaber from Jedi Fallen Order, and so it has like the shroud design on the sides of it. The Sabertrio design is a little different. It's kind of an inspired version of that hilt, where they have it kind of cut down the middle, and so you have, actually I'm just opening these up right now, but there's actually, it's like a forked design. Oh, these are gorgeous. Okay, so I have two of these basically. They look like that. And they'll kind of be screwed onto the sides of the hilt themselves, or the hilt itself. There we go. Yeah, and so these will go kind of on the side of the hilt. And the Aurodium sheen or satin Aurodium version has these in black, which I think is really cool. It's a matte black, it's not super reflective, which I love. I really wanted the matte look. I don't really like the silvered look on sabers because I feel like they get fingerprints and they kind of get oily and greasy really easily. But the matte is gorgeous here. These are perfectly machined. Love them, love the texture. We've got here a blade, 32-inch blade. This is, again, a CFX saber, and it has a NeoPixel blade. And originally, I ordered, okay, I'll be quiet. So originally I ordered a 38-inch, because the RTS version that I was looking at came with 38-inch blade. But I did some research. I started looking at like forums online, a little bit of Reddit searching, and kind of decided that I probably wanted a shorter blade. I'll probably add into this video a little bit where I'm like standing up and you can kind of see the size comparison between how tall I am versus how long the blade is. But I think a 32-inch blade is better for people who aren't that tall. I'm 5'8", so I'm gonna be using this mostly for spinning and maybe a little bit of light dueling. And it's not so much, it doesn't have to be like movie accurate to me. The 38-inch blades I think are the most movie accurate blades because they're a bit longer. But in terms of just having a better balancing and a better time spinning it, don't want to hit up the floor with it, you know, I think the 32-inch is a better blade. But we'll see, and I'll make comments on that later. Maybe I'll do a second like follow-up video of how I feel after I've, you know, put the blade in and spun it around and all that stuff. Anyway. This is very well packaged. All of this is super well packaged. You can tell they were very careful with all this. Okay. Oh. It's on the shrouds. Here's the blade. It's really pretty. Really pretty. It's got a pointed end right there. It's matte, so this is kind of the full length, 32-inch. You can see on the end it's got the electronics at the bottom that will connect into the saber. There's a couple of light scratches at the bottom of the blade, kind of like in this area. It doesn't bother me. It's probably because they did some testing with it or something and already put it in the saber. I don't know, but it doesn't bother me at all. And it's very slight. Like you can barely see it. Maybe there's like a little bit of scuffing there, but not a problem. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, put the blade in there. I have an invoice here too. So this is the hilt. This is the what I've been obviously the most excited for. Okay. I can already see it through the bubble wrap, but it's beautiful. This is amazing. Oh man. I don't know what to say. I'm like speechless. It's so pretty. So the black and gold is fantastic. It's all, the gold is matte, and the black is also matte as well, but it has a kind of a shine to it. So it's slightly reflective. Like I could see kind of reflection of things in it, like in the background, but I don't know how to react to this. Hold on, let me move the camera up so I can stand. So the one that I got is, I keep saying this, but it's the Satin Aurodium, and so it's modeled after like the gold currency in the Star Wars universe is what Aurodium is. But you'll see here, this is obviously just a Senza with kind of gold instead of silver, where normally there would be silver, and then the black underlying. So if you got the black and silver, it's black and gold. It came with a black cover tech wheel, which was just the pre-configured option for it. So I didn't get to customize that part of it, as well as a illuminated switch, which will be white, which honestly is exactly what I wanted. Like if I wanted to get this kind of saber, I would want the black cover tech to match the black of the rest of the saber, as well as a white switch. So it's just perfect, because I think white is a really good neutral color. And I think for my first saber, I wanted a neutral colored illuminated switch, so I could go with pretty much any blade color. The Senza is one of their longer hilts. I believe this is 17 inches in total, which is not a bad length, honestly. It's really good. I can already feel how comfortable it would be holding two-handed, but I can easily also hold it one-handed. Like this grip is a perfect size for my hands. I have pretty small hands, and I still feel very comfortable holding this one-handed and spinning. There's a couple of different spots I can hold it from. Like up here, I can hold it two-handed. If I'm single-handedly wielding it, I'll probably go from this. I really like this cutout here, because that gives a really good, comfortable place to put your hand and operate it from. Wow. The detailing is amazing. I love these little cutouts right there, even on the sides too. You've got your auxiliary switch here, and then your actual activation switch. And then I have it came with a black, I think reactor blade plug is what it was. They also offer a couple other options, like I think the Corrin is one, and then there's one with like the little metal piece that sticks out, but the reactor seemed cool. Okay, I'm gonna try to turn this on and see how it goes. I need to, that's amazing. So it still has battery, it's shipped with battery, because I haven't charged this yet. The switch is on there. Okay, you can see. Let me see. Okay, I'm clicking through options here on the OLED screen. So this Senza did come with the OLED screen. So you can see that it has like a crystal thing rotating. I don't know what any of these are. I'm guessing these are just like options to show like what's on the side. Whoa. It's so loud. This is so cool. See, even like it has smooth swing on this font. This might be the default font, which I think is Case's light. It's a blue blade. And it's not really showing up on video, but this is very bright. It's very bright. You can kind of see like it leaves a reflection on my face even, which I mean you expect because it's supposed to be bright, but even through the core it's very bright. And right now it's got that going. If I can do that, maybe you can focus. Focus, camera, focus. It's not focusing, but that's okay. Oh, the smooth swing is sweet. Even slight movements like that, it picks up on them. Okay. And it is rotation based. It's not like like that. See, it doesn't make sound there. It's all about the rotation, which I like because it's the sound of the blade humming through the air, like when you spin it and stuff. This kind of feels like it shouldn't make sound, but that's just my opinion, so I like that. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I didn't even like select a sound font there. I'm gonna have to look up the guide of like the instructions on how to go through, because there's a guide online on how to do all that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look at that. Okay. So the saber is currently in active mode because the button is pulsing. That's how you know, which means it's ready to be ignited, basically. While in active mode, that's what these things are. So I can cycle through these different pictures, or like options on the screen just to show while the blade is ignited. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get it into sound bank selection, which is I press and hold, I guess, either of these switches. So I'll press the auxiliary.
Sound bank selection.
Okay. And this is, I've heard this sound so many times through other YouTube videos and just doing research on Sabertrio sabers, but this is the like ambient noise while you're like picking a sound bank or a sound font.
Exit menu.
Oh.
Games.
No, I don't want games.
Exit menu.
Okay, so auxiliary is how you go through the menu. Activation switch is how you come back.
Like the balance, darkness, vengeance,
Kylo Ren.
snippets.
At last we will have our revenge.
That's the Darth Maul font.
I wondered when you would return.
Temple Guardian, huh? I don't know what that is.
At last.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
The balance, like.
This is,
4th edition.
I'll probably do a breakdown later through all the fonts, but right now it's just an unboxing, so. The one I really want to hear is Kylo Ren.
Like the balance, darkness, vengeance.
Kylo Ren.
That's the one. Okay, and see, when you cycle through them on the Senza with the screen, I don't know if I can get this in camera without it, like how do I focus it? Can I get that focused? Come on.
Snippets.
At last we will have our... I wondered when you would return.
But it cycles through on the screen, which is really cool. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
And then I think I just press and hold to lock it in.
I'll show you the dark side.
Okay, and then it's activated. So now it's in active mode, ready to ignite this color. Oh. Oh. That's so cool. It sounds so cool. And it's really loud too. The speaker is super loud. Like I can hear it really loudly. It'll probably come out over the video, but that's really great. Okay, I'm gonna put a blade in. So give me a second, I'm gonna unscrew these. Okay, so I was taking the screws out of the side and I realized something that's pretty important. So on the sides here, there are separate holes for the emitter shrouds. So these have separate holes. I wasn't sure. I was under the impression maybe the screws that held in the shrouds would also hold in the blade. That's not the case. So the blade has 2 retention screws on the side of it, and then there are separate screws for the emitter shrouds that go on the side. So that will be something that you'll see on all Senzas. I'm gonna go ahead and put the emitter shrouds on, and then also get ready to put the blade in. And then I'll remove the blade plug. So currently I'm loosening the retention screws, which the Saber came with an extra one. Ooh. That's right, I forgot about that. So when you take the plug out, that's the screw wrench. When you take the plug out, it makes that sound. So see, I've kind of taken these out a little bit, and you can see that they've got like, you can put an Allen wrench into these, and they loosen the blade enough that you can drop the plug out. It just comes out like that. So this is I believe the reactor core. And you can get these, you know, for their stunt sabers, they don't have the electronics on the bottom, so you can buy this for a lot cheaper if you just get a stunt saber. It won't have the light on the inside, or it'll have the light probably. Actually, that's a good point. I don't know what they look like. I guess they would have stuff at the bottom so that the light shines through, but I'm not sure. Okay, set that aside. So you can kind of see down in there a little bit. I don't have a flashlight to shine in there, but I can see like some pins on the inside that are the electronics that kind of communicate with the blade and tell it what to do. But I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I'll put the emitter shrouds on first because that's the cool part. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so I've gone ahead and screwed the emitter shrouds on. Oh, it looks so sick. Just something about the black and gold, man, I don't know. It just feels like luxurious. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's not real gold, but like, it's just really pretty, really, really pretty. Okay, so that's what I've got right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put the blade in, and it should make a sound when I put the blade in. As if you're putting like some kind of electronic sound, but we'll see. I'm gonna put this back in, the core. See, if it goes in, it has to go in. I'm just gonna put these retention screws back in with the blade plug inside so that I can still like test out sound founts and stuff. But I'll have to send a message to Sabertrio. One thing about Sabertrio is that they do have excellent support, and they respond pretty quickly. So I'm sure I'll get a message back within a day about the issue. Like, there are some saber companies out there that have terrible customer service, and Sabertrio is not one of them. They're on top of it, their support team. Even on Instagram, if you follow their Instagram page, they are very on top of communicating with their consumer base. I posted a question on one of their posts and got an answer back very quickly. And they also give Instagram updates on what they're working on and how many sabers they've shipped out and the status of certain orders. So they're based in Malaysia, I believe. So the saber had a far way to go, but they're very on top of it in terms of customer support. So, okay, blade inserted. Right now I think I'm still in the Kylo Ren font. You can see it flickering there. That's the deflection sound when I press the aux button.
Sound bank selection.
Kylo Ren.
Vengeance. Darkness. The balance. Light. About darkness.
Kylo.
Snippets.
What's snippets? Try snippets. Oh, it's like white. It's like a white blade.
Sound bank selection.
Snippets.
At last we will have. I wondered when you would return.
Temple Guardian. It's yellow. Kind of expected it to be yellow. It's like the Jedi Guardian, or there's a name for it in the lore. Okay, so I sent a message to Sabertrio Support, so hopefully they'll get back to me pretty soon. In the meantime, I'm just gonna quickly open up the other packaging and show the electronics that come with this, so you can kind of see what comes included. So we've got wall charger. This is very clearly not for US. This is probably an international charger. I'm not sure which charger it is. We've got a micro USB cable here, as well as, which I assume is for, I mean, I guess you could charge it with that, but it might be for connecting it to a computer, and like changing the fonts and stuff like that. Okay, we've got like different adapters for different locations depending on where you are. This is the one I'm gonna have to use, the US. There's this. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna be using that one, so I guess I just go ahead and I take this and just put it right on. Okay, yeah, so it just locks on there, and now I have a US like charger that I can go plug my Saber in. That said, I'm gonna have to unscrew the bottom here. Okay, and this comes down at the bottom, off like that. Place for the speaker. It's very pretty. I'm gonna kind of give it a shake to kind of pull this out. And right there, so you can kind of see, that's the charging port. And the battery is there too, along with your CFX board. I think that's crystal focus. It's got a USB. This little gray thing there, silver thing, is where you plug in the USB. There's some electronics, a little bit showing, but that's fine because they gotta pack a lot of stuff into a very small space. And you're not gonna see any of the internals anyway. So I was actually able to get the blade inserted into the hilt. It needed a little bit of like twisting. You can't just push it straight in. You kind of just twist it slightly in order to get it in there. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. I did submit that support ticket already, so we'll see what they say when they get back to me. But it's probably supposed to be like that, I'm guessing. That way it's kind of snug. In any case, I was able to get the blade into the Saber and put in the retention screws and everything. You can see it's very secure in there. There is, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but there's a tiny, tiny gap if you're holding it from the side. I mean, and that's not a bad thing by any means. I'm just saying that like, you could see that the distance from the side profile between the two emitter shroud borders, I guess, is basically the entire diameter of the blade, which is really cool. So it's not a very skinny blade or like a super fat blade that comes out of the emitters. I think it's like perfectly placed in between those two. And it feels great. Like just kind of swinging it around. Like this is kind of the length of it. You can see there. This is again the 32-inch blade. So there is a really good, it's a really good length. I like it a lot. I think 36 might have been too long because swinging this around just casually feels really good, really natural, you know? Oh, I don't want to hit it on the table. I don't have a lot of space back here, but this feels great, so. Whoa, what did I just do? I think that's battery level. Is this battery level? Did I just hit the, oh. Okay, so that's one feature I know that I think if you hit the auxiliary switch, it tells you how much battery you've got inside. So I'm about, I don't know, a little under a half battery. I was charging it that whole time while I was submitting stuff.
Surely we can be civilized about this.
Is that just, what did I just do? I think, so right now I think I'm on the Obi-Wan sound font. Let's see if we can switch to the other sound fonts.
Sound bank selection.
This is General Kenobi.
This is General Kenobi from Clone Wars.
Ancient prophecies.
Crystal
Ancient
focus.
Prophecies, Crystal Focus, Nebula, Grey Meat, Force Unleashed 2 Camino,
The Old Republic Crucible.
Old Republic Crucible,
The Old Republic Blind.
Old Public Malign, Nightfall, Revolt, Youngling.
Audio player.
There's an audio player, so I can play music if I wanted to.
SD card USB access.
You got the USB access, system
Games.
menu. You got games on here, which you can play games on this screen here, which is kind of cool. I think they didn't have to do that; they didn't have to put that feature in, but really cool they did.
Exit menu.
Dark Edition.
This is Dark Edition.
Light.
Light.
Balance.
Balance. I'm gonna go into light
Light.
and see what that looks like. Look at that. Now, oh, this is awesome. It's so responsive. It feels so cool, guys. You have no idea. Oh, this is amazing. You've got your blaster hits. And I'm looking along the blade. Obviously, it's kind of light where I am in this room, so you're not going to be able to see the exact color. It's a blue blade right now. This is blue. You can see the reflection on my face and clothes. And when you hit the auxiliary button, the blaster shots will appear at different spots on the blade. So it's kind of hard to notice here, but I can see like little flashes of white coming out. It's also flickering as well. Worth noting, which this is just something that I've just noticed, and it's not that important, but it's something that's kind of cool that you might want to know if you're buying a Sabertrio blade or if you're thinking about it. The blade ignites when you let go of the activation switch, and not when you push it initially. So I can press down on it, pressing down. When I let go, it goes out. Same with turning it off. I can press down. Oh, never mind. Okay, so when you press down on it, it comes back in. But when you let go of it is when it emits from the blade, which I think is cool because it makes it really satisfying to, like, instead of pressing it like to ignite it, it's like you press it and you can like, I don't know. It's personal preference, but just a little thing that I noticed. Let's try another font.
Sound bank selection.
Light. Balance.
Balance. I think this is green. Let's try it. I think it's a green font. This font has a really, I like that hum. But I love that buzz. That thing. Anyway. Try something else. I want Kylo Ren.
Sound bank selection.
Balance. Darkness. Benji.
Kylo Ren.
This one's crazy. So I've seen the videos.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
I've seen in videos how crazy this one is. So hopefully it shows up here. I'll probably have to film again when it's dark so you can see the actual effects and stuff on this, but. Yo! So you can kind of see already how flashy that is. There's like a flame effect. It looks different in person. This is flickering. Oh. Oh. Oh, you can do that. Yeah, that's right. That's a feature actually, is that you can ignite by twisting and pushing. Like, that's nuts. I've never seen people like model that in videos doing like saber reviews. But that's something that Sabertrio does, is that you can ignite by like launching and twisting in a rapid motion, like that. I gotta practice that, but it's like, which is super cool. So that's kind of how Kylo Ren does it, right? It's like a thrust, like a. Oh man! Oh, it's so sick. That gold finish is so pretty too. You can hear it. Alright. Let me go through just one more, I think.
Selection.
Kylo Ren.
Snippets.
At last we will have our revenge. I wondered when. Traitor!
Ever hear the tragedy of Darth?
This is apparently a really cool one. Obviously, modeled after Darth Sidious's lightsaber font, I believe.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Oh. Ah, just cut off my leg. Very ominous sounding in the back. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. And that one has, you see it has like a white flash kind of startup, where it ignites and then it goes back down. Oh, never mind. That one doesn't ignite from the bottom. Or it does, but it's very quick. It's hard to see. But it flashes as it comes back. Okay. I'll do a full video breakdown of the different sound fonts on this thing. But I think that's enough for just a basic unboxing. Can't wait to model this and use this as a spinning lightsaber, as a potentially dueling lightsaber if I can convince my friends to get one. But yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much to Sabertrio. I'm so happy with this. It's amazing. The construction, the attention to detail is just phenomenal. Yeah, very, very happy. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.